that would be your favorite character tidal wave, if I'm not mistaken there. But I'm trying to figure out what that little thing is with it. This does look really good, though. The paint on it looks really, really good. The colors are, look really good.
There's one major thing keeping me away from buying this is it doesn't have a blue faceplate.
This is... I didn't want this toy as a young adult. I didn't want this toy as an adult. I didn't want this toy as an old adult. Hey, welcome back, Bot versus Con fans. I am your cold bot, aka Bobby here.
And I am your cold con, aka Cryotech, also known as James the Con.
Well, yeah, it is 34 degrees as of this time of recording, so I am in my base with the space heater on, trying to warm up with a throwback sweater on.
Okay, well, it's not that cold here. I don't got no space heater on me, but it is time for some very cold news. But let's start off by thanking all of the subscribers. So thank you guys for joining this journey with us. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and continue joining us with this very interesting journey of toys. And Bobby, while they are looking at toys, where should they look?
Oh, they got to check out our friends at the Chosen Prime. Hopefully you all were able to take care of some business with those Black Friday sales they had going on. There was some serious discounts there if you were able to take advantage of it. So hopefully you did.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below. And on that note, let's take a look at this figure. Who is this, Bobby?
Well, that would be your favorite character tidal wave, if I'm not mistaken there.
Favorite is a stretch, but yes, it is one of my... It is probably...
Most anticipated figure.
Most Hasbro figure, yes. I would agree. So, the news about this is they will be revealing it at Cybertron Fest 2023, and that'll be December 9th to the 10th of, again, 2023, and that'll be part of Singapore Comic-Con. So I don't exactly know how Singapore Comic-Con works, but they'll be showing it off, and it says pretty much be amongst the first in the world to catch a global reveal of the Transformers Legacy Titan toy, which will launch in fall of 2024. Now, was there a Titan toy this year? There wasn't, was there?
I can't think of one. No.
The Blue Omega Supreme, the Guardian robot, right? Yeah, but that wasn't mainline.
That did come out. I did pick that up this year. I did pick that up this year.
I find it kind of weird that they're pushing it back that far. But, either which way, I am glad they're coming out with this, even though I think it's going to be in show-accurate colors. So even here, this is the Japanese Takara re-release. I didn't put the other one, the US release, which is my preferred colors, because the picture had no green on it whatsoever. But I don't think it's going to have that orange, because it's going to be like the show, which is accurate to both Hotshot and Armada Starscream and Optimus. So that's a little disappointing to me. And honestly, if it comes out in those colors, I'm thinking about skipping it and just getting the Fans Hobby. In the green.
No, you can't. No, you said if they come out in various colors, you're going to get them all.
Fans Hobby, not Hasbro. Difference.
I don't recall that. We'll have to check the tape on that.
Yes, I'll pull them for you. So let us know if you're excited about this and if you plan on getting it.
Yes.
Next, let's get
I just want to go to Singapore Comic-Con. That sounds like it would be fun.
That does sound like a lot of fun. And, we've got how many days? 7, 8, 9 days, somewhere around there. So let's figure it out.
Let's do it.
With just announced, let's get through some Earthspark stuff. So first, we've got the Tacticon Switch and One Step Skull Cruncher and Elita 1. Not much to say here. These look like fun kids' toys.
I like the head on that Skull Cruncher.
It's not my favorite. Maybe because I'm used to it with the box head.
It looks kind of cool.
Yeah. I would have liked it if I was a kid. So.
I would too.
Yeah.
You're still a kid, James.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't age as long as you're playing with toys. Next, we've got more Earthspark. We bought Bumblebee and Twitch. Earthspark Warriors. Oh, the last ones were expected in December and January of 2024. These two are expected in January of 2024 as well. So they look okay in bot mode, right? They look fine. Not the worst things we've seen.
Uh-oh.
I
Wow.
hate to call this lazy because I know it's a kid's line, but that Twitch is probably one of the worst alt modes I've ever seen.
So it looks like Spider-Man jumping in the air and shooting his web,
His
whatever, his
yeah.
web stuff out. I can't even think of it. I've been playing Spider-Man 2, so I guess I might be on a Spider-Man kick right now. But that's what it looks like to me right there, and it is terrible. So
Yeah.
Twitch looks like he has a flip.
I don't like it at all. I think the other one looked better. This is the cheaper version, so the more expensive version did look better. But that Bumblebee as well. I mean, that whole backside is crazy.
I like the molded in rockets into the, which I'm assuming are the feet.
You know, I actually saw that and I was like, at least they tried.
Yeah.
Something.
The grill looks good on the front.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know,
Bobby's
it's
gonna be
okay.
picking it up.
No. If now, 7-year-old, 6-7-year-old Bobby, maybe. Not old Bobby.
Not old Bobby. Okay, well, let's move into some interesting stuff. And the first is this. So you were really interested in this Year of the Dragon transformer because of the packaging. And I guess it's going to come with the coin. It's just official commemorative Year of the Dragon Transformers coin in China. These images come from Baidu. Will you be picking this up along with that one figure?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it anywhere that I can pick it up from, so I doubt it. If I get an email or something like that says I can pick it up, then possibly. I still don't know what the cost is. I can't remember what the cost is on this.
I don't think they said it because it was a leak when it came out, or that they showed. So it's not up for pre-order. It's not up for anything yet because it's all leaks.
It's all on the hush.
Exactly. So look forward to seeing this in Bobby's collection because I'm sure.
What about you?
He's going to be picking it. No, I'm out. that's an easy out. I did unless they change it, unless they make it a different figure. But if they use that figure from God, I don't remember when that movie came out. The Last Night, 2012, 2014, somewhere around there. I'm totally out. That's crazy that they're using a figure that old.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Even though I might still pick it up. Who knows?
You're going to be picking it up for that packaging. Here we have Mix Fans Toys MS-18P Big Train Enhancement Set. Expected January 2024. And it is a Legends Astro Train. As the Legends dabbler, I think you should pick this up.
I do not think so. But I'm trying to figure out what that little thing is with it.
So that's a Diaclone driver. And MechFans Toys has kind of KO'd them, I believe. They KO'd a lot of the Diaclone stuff. So they just add them in with these guys. I actually like that more than anything else. I love the white and the purple on that thing. Or gray and purple. And it actually fits in the little containers that come with that Nemesis Prime. The TFC Nemesis Prime. So I wouldn't mind having that little guy. So if you do pick this up, let me know. I'll get that little thing from you, and you can keep Astro Train.
I think I'm okay. I think I've met my fill of Astro Train. I have 3 of the... No, actually I have 4 Astro Trains in MP size. So yes, I think I'm good.
But how many do you have Legend size? 0, which is why you should pick this up.
I would if I was a Legends collector, but since I'm only a dabbler, this is not something I'm going to dabble in. It does look good though. I actually do like the way it looks.
If they sold that little guy by itself for like $10, I'd probably pick it up. But I don't want Astro Train. So let's move on to another
It looks good in
KO.
all three modes, actually.
Yeah, and let's move on to another KO that looks good, and that is this Tarn. This is DJD01, and it's a KO oversized Tarn. It has lights in the guns. It has die cast. They filled in the thighs, the gold shins bend in alt modes to make it a little bit more cohesive. I don't think you ever opened your Tarn. Am I correct?
No, actually, I did, and I'm kind of looking at it from across the room now. I did open it, so
Okay, so you know a little bit about this figure then. It's
yes.
also about, I think, 9.5 inches tall or something like that. It's the same size as the MMC one. Depending on the price, I might pick this up, honestly. If it's a decent price, $30 for a KO, I'll get it with all that stuff. But if it's
40?
any more, no. I don't like the mold that much. I already have the MMC Tarn, which kind of fills this role. I do like the proportions on this better, but if it's 40, I think I'm out. I don't like Tarn as a character that much.
I'm there with you. I picked the legacy one up just because I saw it in the stores, one of those impulse buys. This does look really good though. The paint on it looks really, really good. The colors are look really good. So I don't know. If it's a slow week, maybe I'll pick it up. If it's maybe 40 and under.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably even stretch to 40. It just depends on what's going on that month. If it's worth it. If Black Arachnia, another Black Arachnia drops, then this gets dropped too. So
well, my luck is that all my pre-orders come in at the same time, and it's just like, oh, this is going to be a very nice month or week or day or something like that. So that always hurts.
Yes, that happened to me in October when we had TFCon, so that's wonderful. Next, we've got Magic Square Toys MSG05 Truck Boy. This is the Ultra Magnus variant. So they showed off this main bot mode, and then they blurred out the rest of them. So he's obviously getting his trailer and some armor. What are your thoughts about this?
Sold to the bot in this black and gray sweater.
To me, there's one major thing keeping me away from buying this is it doesn't have a blue faceplate. To me, that's always indicative of a Magnus. That's more indicative than some other parts of it. And I really don't like the red bumper that you can see in the blurred images. I know he had that in the G1 cartoon. I don't have to like it. I think it is the most gaudy G2 without being G2 thing in the world, and I absolutely hate it. I'd rather have a silver chrome bumper on my Magnus. I don't understand why they gave him a red bumper to begin with.
I'm really curious. Oh, go ahead.
No, go. I was just going to say, so I'm out on this, but if they do a Nemesis, I'd be more inclined to pick that up.
And I was just looking around because I got the Prime version, which was actually pretty fun to play with. So I may have started something with these, they're like Funko Pops, but they transform, I guess. So maybe I shouldn't have picked up that one, but it was fun. I'm curious of how this is going to look. I want to see what the trailer looks like attached to it. And I'm in for it. Hopefully it's not too overly expensive, and I say overly expensive, meaning for these figures, if it's like $60, I'm like, I don't know. But,
I think $60 is probably about right. Because it was like $30 for the figure itself, right?
Yeah.
So another $30 for the armor sounds about right because it's bigger and it has all those joints and stuff. You're gonna be picking it up regardless. They could sell this thing for $100 and you'd be picking it up.
Stop putting that out in the atmosphere.
Well, will you be picking this up? This is from Funby Studios, and I guess this is part of their iconic ship line. And this is the Moonbase shuttle from the '86 movie. I really like this design. I think this would be a great Transformer alt mode. I'm not picking it up for this, but you know, if Hasbro made a Commander class or Titan class one of this, and the bot mode looked decent, let me take it a few steps back. If the bot mode looked decent, I would get it. I think this thing looks like something out of Star Wars. I really like it. I think it looks cool.
Well, first off, it shouldn't be Titan class because the ship was just like an escape pod type ship, I think, in the movie. So it shouldn't be that big. But
well,
if
think
it was,
about it with a 7-inch figure, it should be Titan class. The arc needed to be about 2 to 3 times bigger than it really was.
Well, I guess in comparison to what they have out on the, I can't say the shelf. Well, I guess it's the shelves if you go to Ross. You know, some people have found them in Ross. But if, you know, compare it to the other vehicles, I wouldn't want to see this one as big. I'd want to see it in some proximity that's relevant to those ships. So, but that would be kind of cool to have this as an escape pod or whatever. Again, I like what Funby Studios does. The lines that they drew on here look a little crooked, or it might be the angle of the picture, the black lines. But either way, it still looks good, and I wish I had a 3D printer. So,
well, sounds like it's time to get that. I think you had some comments telling you which one to get, so better look into it. How about this? I'm assuming this added its way to your pre-order list, Mr. Pre-order.
Yeah, I did.
So this is NBK's minigun transformer in tan. So the purple color scheme is going to be a limited edition run, just like how the black and teal, or gray and teal, whatever one was for the other one. But I don't think that means much because both of them are still readily available to this day. But it looks really good in robot mode. It looks really cool in Gatling gun mode. And they do look really good together. So how many of these are you going to get? Are you going to get 2 each so you could have them in both modes?
Negative, but I will be getting 1 of each. And I'm so sick of that whole limited word. The only limited I want to hear about is the store in the mall. That's about it, you know. But the limited amount of figures and all that, I'm so over that. So
you may like how are you talking about how certain Make Toys seekers are available on Chinese sites and are discounted on certain websites? Is that what you might be talking about with the limited thing right now?
Stop ruffling, you know, leaves and this stuff was covered up. Let's leave it covered up. I don't need to go on another tirade about that. And you might be upsetting some of the folks that were at TFCon looking to get a figure and weren't able to pick it up there.
Well, so. the good thing about that is they're still readily available. All 3 of them are still readily available if you want them. But they do look really cool together, and I really like the bullets on the shoulders. I'm sure they don't like clip in or anything, but I like how they look.
They also look different enough that, like, the purple looks like an evil bot, and the tan or beige one looks like it could be, you know, an Autobot or whatever. You know, they're different enough. Whereas the previous 2, they were still, the colors were, you know, different, but you know, they kind of still look the same. These actually look a little bit different, even though they are the same mold.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. They have different colors in different places, if that makes sense. Like the tan one has the black on the legs that the purple one does, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I like both of them, so I guess that's why I have them both pre-ordered.
Look forward to that in Bobby's stash. Next, we've got some updates for you. First thing are the YOLO Park AMK series from Rise of the Beasts, and we've got Scourge. These color sample images are from TFW 2005. I guess they sent them a sample. So it looks good for what it is. I feel like I say that every time with the toys. But it does look really nice. If I liked the Rise of the Beast movie a lot, I might think about getting this because this is very screen accurate. It looks way better than any of the toys out there. But I wouldn't buy it because it doesn't transform.
I like that armed sword or Sith or whatever you call that weapon on his arm. That looks really cool.
I know you really can't wait to buy it after you see this underneath the mask face. I know this is probably right up your alley, and this is going to sell you on this figure.
Yeah, I have nothing. I have nothing. I was trying. I have nothing.
I just have one question, and that is to the director or the writers, directors, whoever is in charge, the creative leads. Why did they show this face if it had no impact to the story? I thought he was going to take off his face and it was going to be like Optimus from the future. I know that was a very prevailing theory back in the day, or maybe it would have been Megatron from the other movies and like time travel shenanigans. But I don't understand why they showed this if it had no plot relevance at all. Moving on, let's talk about fans' hobby. So the first thing is they, I guess, had a few questions on how to put the overload onto the what's it called, the Optimus, and they said that there's 4 places that you can go ahead and attach it. There's 2 on the shoulders and 2 on the back, and don't forget to use the 2 on the back. I guess they say some fans are forgetting to do that. And the shoulder cannons have 2 sliding areas, so you could get more room in between the cannons. I think that's what that first picture is showing right there. And they did upload a video, so you could go find that on their Facebook page, and they show you how to do that, which is really cool that they actually took the time out to do that instead of saying, you know, y'all figure it out by yourselves.
So the thing that has always caught me by surprise on this is how they keep showing it on this version of Prime, and I agree it looks better on this one, I think. So it makes me wonder what repaint they are going to do of this character to fit with the original Prime.
I think this one is for the original Prime. They might not be showing that one because of all the controversy around when it was splitting in half when people were buying it.
Oh, well.
You might not know about that, but when it first came out, it was falling in half. And they had a lot of issues, and people had to get replacement parts and blah, 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 blah. And maybe they just don't want to even associate themselves with that figure just because, you know, they made it right. Fans Hobby did what Fans Hobby does. It made it right and got all the replacement parts out, but maybe that's what they're thinking of.
Well, I didn't pick that one up, so this is the version I picked up, and this is actually the reason I picked up Overload, is because I thought it looked good in this color, but yeah, I'm glad they put out the video. I haven't not received mine yet, which I was checking my mail service to see what's going on. I haven't had a figure come in a few days. I'm feeling kind of lonely over here.
Well, while Bobby feels lonely, let's contemplate this. So this is a whole bunch of sprues from Fans Hobby as well, and if you look closely, it is Star Saber. So I'm expecting to see those prototypes, I guess, quite soon, and we can go from there. But I'm very excited about this. I think we've talked about it on the show before. I had them as a kid. I loved them as a kid. I want every single repaint of them. They shouldn't be terribly expensive either. Yeah, this is one of those figures. Well, this is one of the trio of figures that are really nostalgic to me. So I'm excited for it. And I'm excited to see if we get any fun repaints at TFCon.
Do you have this pre-ordered already?
No. I usually don't pre-order until I can see the final picks.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not Mr. Pre-order like you.
Well, I mean, if you say you're gonna get them in all the colors, then you can go ahead
Well,
and pre-order
they
it.
could show it off and it looks completely wrong. Completely wrong. And I do not trust any company anymore to make a figure that's perfect right out of the gate. So, I will be waiting to
Mm,
put a pre-order in, and I don't think it's going to sell out anytime soon.
I don't either, but I will be picking this up as well. I don't think I have the I have the nostalgia that you do, but I don't think I have the love for it as much as you do. If it comes out
Yeah.
in one color, I'll get that. If it comes out in like 5 colors, I'll probably stick with just that one color.
5 colors is a bit much, but I would get it in the normal colors, the dark saber version, and then my favorite one, which is the Energon one with all the extra blades coming out. Yeah, I think it's different because you had this as an adult. I had it as a kid, an older kid, but still a kid, and I think that makes you see figures in a different way.
I totally agree because there are
Yeah,
some figures that do that for me.
yeah. But this is not one. This is not one I had as a kid. This is Wing Saber, and it combines with their Energon Prime. And a lot of people online are very excited about this thing, and I'm very happy for you. I do like how it combines, how like the legs could turn into arms and the arms could turn into legs, and that compatibility is really cool to me. I've always liked that about this set, but this does not do it for me, and I won't be picking this up. Not for the price, unless it gets a very fun repaint.
Well, I passed on the Prime. I think this was my least favorite Prime as a collector, as a kid or a young person. So I passed on the Prime. I do agree. I like the way it looks. I like the one on the left, the combined mode on the left, more than the one on the right. But this isn't enough for me to pick up the Prime. Maybe if the Prime dropped to under, like $100 or something like that, maybe I'll pick
Yeah.
it up. But the price point that it was at, and me not really loving the figure, I think the legs on it were too skinny, and the top was too bulky. So this kit actually makes it look correct. So that part looks good to me, but not enough for me to pick up the Prime.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a Grand Scourge repaint and a repaint of this to go with that. I know it's coming down the line. They always do their repaints. It's just a matter of twiddling my thumbs until it comes out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of twiddling over here.
Next, we've got some more legends. We've got Iron Factory's Drill of Amducias. I think Amducias, which is, I believe it's Drill Rhino. And it looks really cool. It has 2 chest options, so you could have the more anime chest, or you can actually use the Breastmaster, which is the little rhino, to go on his chest. So you could choose either one. He has drill hands. I think this looks great. I just wish it was bigger.
Move over TFC, right?
I think this looks way better than TFC if it was bigger.
Yeah, I really like the head. It looks it reminds me, I talked about Spider-Man earlier. It reminds me of Rhino from Spider-Man. But this looks really good. I'm not picking it up before you even ask, but I do like the way it looks. It's very clean, and I like the colors.
Yeah. So here's his alt mode next to the one we will be talking about next, which is Kill Bison, aka Hammer of Morax. I don't know where they're getting these names from. And they look really decent in alt mode too. I've got no complaints. I like how they're different. TFC's was the same exact thing, one with a drill and one with a tank. And these are completely different molds. At least they look like that.
They look like it, yes. I agree with you. And again, if they were MP scale, I would jump on these.
Yeah, I think I would too. And here's Kill Bison. He has the same chest thing where you could have the anime-inspired chest or actually use the thing. And I kind of want to pick this figure up just because he can flip people off. And he has a whole specific set of hands to do that. That's part of the anime. And I kind of want to get the set just because of that, but I'm not going to. And they're selling out. These are already selling out in a lot of retailers. So pre-orders are selling out.
That might make it worth taking a look at as well. I like that. I do like that.
I'm just saying, like, I know I could do it with the ones that, can move their hands and stuff. But having a specifically molded hand for that makes me be like, ooh, maybe I need it.
And it's crazy. I actually have one of my Seekers doing that in my case, so that's what's funny about it for me. So, yeah, I like it.
And here's the combine mode. So it looks like they're gonna have the thighs that I think you have to add those on. The feet as well. They kind of look like they transform, but I didn't see them. Even the shins don't look like they were there. But again, I don't know how these things transform. But this does look really nice. If I was into Legends scale, this would definitely be making it into my collection.
This looks really good. Like, really, really good. And I'm only comparing it to the TFC version. This looks really, like, beyond solid. This looks, stocky enough. It looks like a real combiner. I love the way it feels out. This is it's tempting. It's very tempting.
I'm sure if they make a box set, you would be more willing to pick this up. So time will tell.
Time will tell. But this looks good.
Next, we've got Violin Toys Roadmaster. So we talked about this quite a bit, but they did come out with the price, and it is $57.99. So that seems to be about on par with other Legends figures. And again, I think they did a great job translating a pretty hard to do design in any scale into a Legend scale. Obviously, I'm not getting this, and I'm sure you are a Legends collector and you are an Optimist collector as well. So I think you might as well get this for your little display. Your Optimist
fooled you. Not gonna happen. Nope, not going to happen at all. Don't like this Optimus. No, not gonna do it at all. But it does look very clean. Looks like everything tucks away. I mean, if somebody said that this was a action figure and it didn't transform, I would believe them. So
it honestly looks like something out of the movie too. If you told me, if you put this with the background and stuff, this particular picture, like in the background with jungle foliage, and said, "Oh, this is what he's gonna look like in the next movie," I'd be like, "Oh, okay." At first glance. Now you look at it and you see little things, but at first glance, you'd be like, "Oh, okay." So I think this looks great. If I was a movie collector and a Legends collector, this would be bought.
If I like this Prime, it would be bought.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Same difference.
Not sorry.
And the BW TW 1029 Studio Series Megatron, which finally painted version. So this is from Byway. They came out with the price. It's $28.99. It does look like it's painted pretty well. I still think that's a little too expensive for a KO of a figure that I don't really want. So I'm not going to be picking this up. But I'm happy to everybody out there that can pick up this figure.
Well, I know the first time we talked about it, I thought it was gold, and it happens just to be the light that's making it look gold. So correction on that. I still think it looks like a scarab sitting on some treads. So I won't be picking this up either. But that price point, I guess, is not, not steep. So I think
it's not
affordable. It's affordable.
It's too much for me, but I could see if somebody liked these movie figures more, they'd be picking it up in a heartbeat. So
yeah. This would be something that if I did, I would pick it up as well.
All right, let's get into incoming and let's talk about some movie figures first. And we've got Metagate's Geo5 Red Fantasy, which is Shatter. It looks like a Lego car. I'm sure that's just the lighting, and that it looks like a like a Technic car. Um, will you be picking this up?
I was out on this from the very beginning. The question
Yeah,
is,
but
will you be picking it
your
up?
significant other liked it though.
Eh, What does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
No, I'm not going to be picking this up. The price is $159.99. And I think I said I would pick it up if it was like 150 or below. So that's above my price point. I kept seeing what it looked like. I wasn't impressed. And at that price, I'm not picking it up. The transformation didn't seem fun. The figure had a whole bunch of junk under its trunk. I'm out.
She's gonna be so disappointed, James.
Yeah,
She
Shatter
really
will be
wanted to join.
disappointed.
She wanted to join your collection,
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll wait
Angela
till
Bassett and all.
and I hate to do that, but like the price just don't match up with how much I want this figure. I was expecting 120, which is
I think
was Metagate's other stuff, and I would have got it at 120, no questions asked. And this is why I don't pre-order things until I get to see a little bit more out of them, because
I think
I
I
would
said
feel
I would
really
pick it
ripped
up at
off if
one.
this was 160.
I think I said I'd pick it up at 120, maybe.
Yeah, and
Maybe
I
I
think that would be an appropriate price for this, but yeah, I'm out.
did. Tisk tisk.
Yep, but what I might be in on is this. So Toys Mage TM01 Beast Wars Megatron. This is a KO of the Takara Masterpiece one. It's getting a reissue, I believe. So this looks great. It's only going to be $100. I'm thinking about it. I haven't put any money down yet. But I don't have the original Beast Wars Megatron and MP scale. And I've heard good things about this KO, that they improved things. So this is looking like a possibility.
Ow. $100. Ow.
Hey, the original one was $250.
Ow. Ow. And a half a ow. I was thinking like $50. I pick it up.
Oh,
60.
that would be a no-brainer.
Yeah. I will have to think long and hard about picking this up, but it does. I love the color purple. And I'm not talking about the movie, but I love that purple on the bot. The T-Rex purple is fine, but the purple like on his chest and thighs and stuff, I really like that color purple.
Yeah.
This is, yeah. I guess you'll let me know how it is when you get it.
Yeah. If I get it, we'll see.
Yeah,
but I do like it.
This is
there's a possibility.
maybe. This is a maybe.
And now that
maybe.
Bobby bullied me into getting a Predacon shelf, I might have to pick it up.
Yes, do it.
What I won't be picking up though is Transart's BWM05 Transmetal Optimal Optimus, which is their first release, and this one, a lot of the Transart ones, I wouldn't call them KOs. They change enough about it, if not the whole thing, if that makes sense. They're completely different figures. This one looks like a straight up KO of the one I had as a kid, so I will not be picking it up. I have the Perfect Effect version, which I think is superior. Yeah, it's not as tune accurate, but I still think it's superior. So I'm out, but I think this is something you should pick up, since I don't think you've ever had this toy as a young adult when this came out.
I didn't want this toy as a young adult. I didn't want this toy as an adult. I didn't want this toy as an old adult. I do not want
for your
this
Optimus display.
This thing is lazy, as you would like to say. It looks like he's in a yoga position. I never liked this figure, and no, it's not gonna happen unless it's a gift, and people don't buy me Transformers as gifts. So I doubt I get this. And
I'm gonna go text people, be like, so he really, really wants this figure. It's the one figure that he's been waiting to come out on. Still probably won't happen.
And I still won't get it. it will not happen. People don't like me like that. So this will not be one I will be adding to my collection. And yeah, I'm not a fan at all.
The only one I
And
was thinking about getting was the Primal Prime colors in this mold, just because I want the original one. But then I thought I should just pick up the original limited release one if I really want to go that route. Because yeah, it's not for me. But I do remember having it as a kid and liking it when I was like 6 or 7. So there's that. It was fun for the kids at the time. Let's move on to what's recently released and wrap this up. The first thing we have is Transformers Reactivate Optimus Prime and Soundwave have been cited via TFW user Gold Chains, and Transformers X Stranger Things Code Red was found at Target via TFW user Cringe McCringle. So shout out to those guys for taking pictures and posting them online. I will not be getting the Optimus and Soundwave because I'm waiting for the quote-unquote real normal releases that everybody knows is coming out down the pipeline. And honestly, I already have that Code Red. It got delivered earlier this week. Or was it last week? I think I had it the last time we recorded. Yeah. And it's a good figure. I'll hold my thoughts until we do a review, which I think will be coming up once Bobby gets it, if he hasn't gotten it already.
So it's funny that this picture comes up because I actually thought this was the picture I took of this and shared with you, because I saw it the Code Red in Target as well. There's probably 6 or 7 of them on the shelf.
Really? Oh,
yes. Oh, I guess I didn't hit send.
You didn't
when I
to me.
Yeah, so I saw these in Target either over the weekend or something like that. I do have this supposedly coming to me. I did take advantage of Target's sale, just like you did as well. So I decided to pick this up. I do not think I'm going to pick up the Transformers Reactive. I have not seen them in person. This might be something that's an impulse buy if I see it, but I don't like the Soundwave enough to grab it. Maybe it'll look better in person. But as James said, stay tuned for the Code Red review.
Yep. Next, we've got APC Toys Galaxy Mob Air Force Viacon Purple Drone. So this is the Air Force Viacon that we've been talking about for the last few episodes, and it still looks great. If I didn't have 4 of the normal Viacons already, maybe more, when I was army building those back in like 2012, I would pick this up, but I have far too many Viacons.
So something I'm seeing here are the wings reversible? Or is it just like, it looks like the vehicle mode at the top has majority black and then like a silver piece? Is it just the light? Because on the bottom picture it looks like it's more silver than black on the wing.
I think that's the flash or something.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Because honestly, this is growing on me. Not enough to pick it up, but
it's like $30. Go ahead.
No, not enough to pick it up, but it's growing on me. The vehicle reminds me of something from Mask, which again, as a kid, was like my second favorite toy. So it looks like, a car that, transforms into a jet, or something like that. So I will not be picking this up, but I do think I like it as what it is.
Yep, I agree. But do you like these as what they are?
Yeah. I love the green and blue one. I do have that ordered, and it is on its way to me. So I'm very happy about that. And while the one on the right, the red, looks good, it does not look unique enough to make it into my collection because I already have a red swoop.
I think that looks better than the Fans Toys version, honestly, the proportions and whatnot. Now, I haven't seen the Fans Toys version originally, but it didn't wow me like these do. So I think you should pick it up.
Yeah, not gonna happen. But the green and blue one will make its way to me hopefully in the next few days, and I'm very excited about it. I think I will collect a couple of the Dinobots. Well, I will have 2 Dinobots in Legends scale now.
Well, you need to go ahead and get that Grimlock, preferably the see-through blue one, because you won't be getting that in Mpisca size anytime soon.
Good.
Next, we've got Dreamstar Toys Top Raid. Yeah, I have nothing to say that I haven't said already. I hope that it has great QC quality. I do like the guns. I was going to say that when I saw that. And I hope you don't have a broken figure on your hand. But I wouldn't. I'll knock on wood before I say it. I wouldn't put it past them. Because, yeah.
Well, mine just got shipped out over the weekend. So this should be making its way to me again in the next few days. I'm just hoping that there's no issues. So I'm looking forward to it. And I really think that leg is a very solid looking leg in combined mode.
I will give you that. It is. And the foot doesn't look too big. It doesn't look too small. I do think that it looks solid. Until you get it in hand, and then this falls off, and that falls off, and then this comes off over there, and you pick it up, and the foot stays down.
No negativity. No negativity.
How am I supposed to not be negative?
You're messing up my chi.
Well,
you're messing up my chi over here.
Your Tai Chi latte over there. I don't know. I just feel bad for everybody that had 2 out of 3 of them broken, which seems like is a lot of people. And I would be so hesitant to buy a 4th one, if not abandon the set altogether, because it seems like that's going to keep happening.
I'm one of those who've had 2 out of 3 with broken pieces. They did fix one. I'm still waiting on the replacement piece for my other one. And then I will have 3, perfectly working figures. I am hoping that there's no issues with this, and I can't wait to get it.
Yeah, I'm sure you will get it and love it, whether or not something falls off. That seems to be part of the course with you. So that's everything we have for you today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and while you're down there, go ahead and hit that like and bell button. And what else should they do, Bobby?
Well, we are almost at our goal of 1,000 subscribers, so it really, really does help the channel. Helps us keep bringing this silly, crazy, good, hopefully, content to you. So please share, comment. I can't even remember what you said at this moment, James. Like, and we really enjoy the banter back and forth on the comments. So if I didn't, I think I covered everything. If not,
yeah, I'll say it again. Covered some things about 3 times. So go out there, go enjoy your toy collecting, and we'll see you soon.
As always, till all debates are won. See you next time, folks.